Last chapter, our group had a rather rude awakening in Basin by another one of the merchants demanding that the boss wishes to talk to them. However, once they'd left Basin and were deep enough into the forest, they were ambushed. Even stranger yet, one of the merchants had a rather similar mask that the group had encountered before, and one of Calanthia's horns had been embedded into it. After defeating them and inspecting them, they were told by the mayor to flee to the next town over, the town of Casvault, due to its high peacekeeper presence. The party entered the town under the name Bean Brigade. Once they got their bearings, discovered that a peacekeeper was murdered within the town walls last night. What else will they discover?
My name is Ashley, and I play Lowbard.
Hi, my name is Brew, and I will be playing Kyrie.
Hi, I'm Nyx, and I'll be playing Ovani.
Hi, I'm March, and I play Flint Bright.
Hi, my name is John, and I'll be playing Gooey.
And I'm Rob, the procrastinating DM, and welcome to the Homebrew. You had room 1 and room 4, I believe. Room 1 was Little Bird and Kyrie, and room 4 was everyone else. You all slept in hammocks, and the night came fairly quickly without disturbance. The night seems to be a bit more hustle and bustle than Basinth and Fapenwall, the towns that you had previously spent the nights in. You can still hear like the heavy clinking of peacekeeper armor as they walk past and patrol the streets. There's oil-lit lamps that kind of illuminate and shine some light in through the windows and such. But other than that, and the occasional argument breaking out within like people's homes and stuff like that, your night passed fairly uneventful, and you wake up into the morning. The windows themselves don't have curtains, and the sun begins shining through, bringing with it a nice comfortable warmth. The last two places that you've slept at didn't have windows, so this has stopped the wind and the moisture in the air and stuff like that, and it's just a nice warm heat coming through with the light that gently stirs you from your sleep. Room 1 would wake up first, because room 4's on the opposite side. But Kyrie and Littlebird, you two are awake. I'm going to say that you're all awake, because it's going to be about 9 a.m, but the day is yours. Do with it what you will.
I mean, I've kind of, already said that Lowbard basically wakes up with the dawn.
Yeah.
So, while everyone else is asleep, I'm gonna sneak out.
Okay.
And just like try not to wake anyone up. And I'm gonna go back to the Dooley's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if she's open yet.
Make a stealth check for not waking up Kyrie.
Okay. That's an 11.
Kyrie, what's your passive perception?
14.
You wake up Kyrie.
What the fuck?
Just gonna jump and shit myself and just run out the door.
Okay, you make your way downstairs. The tavern is not got any lamps on at the moment or anything like that. There's no patrons in. You open the door and step outside. You can see a couple of Crowns guard kind of yawning and scratching their face. You make your way 4 doors down and peer in through Dooley's window, and the door's locked. You can't see any lights on.
Is there any signs around saying what time they open?
There's a piece of parchment kind of stuck to the inside of the window that says 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Bollock.
Just single bollock.
Guess I'll go back to the fucking tavern and get some breakfast and wait for everyone.
No one's in the tavern yet.
No, I'm just gonna go go to the tavern and just hang out and see what happens.
Okay, yeah. You hang out for About another 2 hours before everyone else starts to wake from their slumber. What's everyone else gonna do?
I am going to put myself in front of the door, draw my sword, and say, no one leaves until I know why I almost died the other day. I swear to God. You talk now.
You did almost die the other day. Forgot about that.
I did almost die.
Have
talk
left
now.
Have you left our room, or is this just in the tavern in general?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's in your room.
Yeah, I'm not letting anyone leave the room. Our room.
I mean, Gooey's at the puddle at this point. They haven't actually woken up yet.
What's this about? What is it? Captain? What's going on?
You'll have just been woken up by an angry captain flailing a sword around.
Breathing intensifies.
You all would have had a long rest by now, so you would all have your health back and stuff.
Oh yeah, true.
Just assume that if you spend the night at a tavern, unless something in particular happens, you've had a long rest.
So, I guess an angry pirate is shouting in my room now?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
This is up to you guys to RP how this plays out.
That's fine by me.
Please calm down. Please don't swing your sword around. I don't want to get hurt, please.
I almost died. Okay? It would have been a bit nice if, when we first met, you were like, hey, by the way, we are getting chased by creepy people in weird masks. You know? Kind of the thing you preface before taking two people on and not telling them about any of it.
Well, to be fair, I'm not sure what's happening either. I'm just aware that some bad people are around.
Can I roll an insight?
Yeah.
Insight check.
Yeah, you can see if Ivani's lying.
Because Flint does not believe him. That is... What is the insight? Oh, it's a -1.
Also, I like how you, the only melee fighter, is swinging a sword around in a room with the two squishy people in the party.
It's
Not the only
fine.
melee fighter.
No, in the room, I mean. Because
That's a-
you're downstairs and Kyrie's just sat in her room on her own.
It's a 5 on that insight check, by the way.
It seems hard to read. He seems to be being forthright, though.
I reach for my shamisen spear, just in case.
At this point, Gooey's just gonna kind of like slowly rise back up and just kind of a weird yawn.
Oh, I got a request, by the way, John. Can you say poggers in Gooey's voice?
Oh no.
Okay. Is this the common voice or?
I don't know.
ooze? What language do you want?
It was Ashley that requested it.
What?
Common
Poggers.
and the other one.
Poggers and.
Fantastic.
This is just gonna be what they say before instead of yawning. It's just poggers.
Okay.
Gooey will sort of reform themselves and just sort of put their hat on as they're kind of like just rising weirdly, and just sort of see Captain with their sword drawn. Oh, bad time.
Yes, very bad time.
Yeah.
Oh no. Let me explain. Captain got a little angry because we got in a fight yesterday with some bad people. Please stop swinging your sword around, Captain.
I don't
I'm
believe that you don't know.
No. You fully believe. You rolled a 5 on your insight. You fully believe.
Gooey's just gonna kind of like waddle over to Captain and just look at them and just kind of turn a little bit blue and tilt their head like, Ovani, friend, why hurt?
I nod heavily.
I'm not trying to hurt. It's an intimidation. It's fine. I almost died, and I'm scared. Okay, so please, seriously, you have people coming after you, and you don't know why.
Yes.
Are you 100% sure on that? Because they seem. I don't believe. Amnesia. That's fine. I don't believe that. I believe that you are not lying to me when you say that you don't know, but also they definitely seem to know you.
Well, look, I found you on the road with amnesia, and then we got attacked. So who knows? Maybe you're involved with this.
Am I involved?
Guri just kind of puts both their hands out, one against the captain and one against Sylvan. He says, "All hungry. Breakfast first. Talk with everyone. Explain." This is just look to Avani.
Ooh, I am quite hungry. Yes.
Food good.
Well,
Food make less angry.
Fine. I'll put my sword away.
I play a happy tune on my shamisen.
You hear across the way someone just go, "Not this early in the morning, shut up!"
You eat breakfast. That's all I say.
You hear some. He's just probably woke up still drunk. So, is that you three heading downstairs as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guri's just gonna open the door and just skip downstairs.
What are you doing, Kyrie?
Kyrie would probably be like looking around the room like a imbecile looking for the bird, which is just scampered out, looking under like the bed, etc. like that. And
It's hammocks. You're in a pretty empty room apart from
yeah.
4 hammocks.
Kyrie will still be looking, trust me. After just about 5 minutes of looking, I'd say she'll probably just climb down the stairs to see the three and just try to join them and just be like, "Good morning."
Yeah, all 4 of you, you see, as you come down the stairs, the 3 of them are sat at a table pretty close to the bar, Little Bird included. And the barkeep at this point also kind of walks in, yawning, giving his nuts a scratch, and kind of go, "Oh, you guys are here.
Good morning.
Food, please, morning.
Yeah, I need to make my breakfast too. All right, I'll get on that." He kind of looks really confused that you're already up and downstairs and just waiting for him. He goes into the back room and starts preparing some. What are you ordering? He looks at you, goes, "What are you having?" We do boiled mutton and whey cheese, stewed watercress, roast parsnips, a vegetable stew, some porridge, boiled eggs and dried leek.
Yes.
You want to order all of it?
Yes.
Is that for everyone or just for you?
Yes.
Okay, that'll set you back. He starts, he pulls out a little notepad and starts writing it down. This, that, this. 2 silver and 4 copper.
Yes.
Change you have? As I sort of open my pouch and just pull this out.
Yeah,
One
I
gold.
got change. Don't worry.
Okay, slide it to him.
Alright.
How much did you say? It was 2 silver and 4 copper?
3. Yeah.
Okay, so 1 gold should cover that with change.
Wouldn't be 7 silver and
7
6
silver
copper?
and 6 copper. There we go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, there you go.
Maths isn't my strong suit. He goes into the back room and starts preparing his stuff.
Just a quick question, because this happened in the last session. When Gui put on the ring, they sort of gained a tongue. Is that still there?
Yeah. Well, you can't see it, but it is there, yes. You now have like a human tongue just in your face, essentially.
Okay. Once Kyrie comes downstairs, I'll just sort of wave at them really vigorously and say, "Tongue I got. Speak now."
You've got a tongue? I don't see a tongue.
Just kind of stick my hand in my head and just try and find where it is and pull it out.
Oh,
You can't pull it out. It's attached.
And just kind of like try to pull at it.
Yes, he can speak now. Isn't that great?
Okay, cool, I guess.
Kyrie mortified at this very obvious human tongue in his goo, man.
I'd just probably sit down knowing that my food has been paid for.
I mean, you'll want to converse about anything, talk about what the plan is for today and whatnot.
Is Little Bird with us?
We'll talk about the fact
Yeah,
that
just
the
hanging
birds,
out.
yeah. Okay.
Little Bird's been here for like the last 2 hours.
Just kind of hanging out
Oh.
and thinking.
So, you guys had a good rest? Captain didn't really have fun. Okay
Talking
then.
this morning, aren't you?
Just basically sleeping on the table. Like, just-
Captain Angry he almost died. Not fun. You being followed?
After I hear almost died, I'm just gonna like shrug and be like, yeah, that happens.
More coming?
Who are those people that
Possibly.
went after us?
Well, Kyrie knows a lot about them, especially about their leader. I don't really know what's with them, but they're merchants. But they deal with kidnapping people, and I say this in a quiet tone so that nobody else hears this.
I mean, at the moment, it's just you five and the owner, what's his name? The Hobgoblin Saloon. Nada, just in the back, making food.
Yeah.
I just sort of poke my head down the bar and just see if Kyrie's actually still conscious.
Kinda
No
like
more?
nodding away.
No more cults about?
Still trying to like just recover. I'm like sleeping constantly. Very lazy. Okay, I guess I'll wake up.
I give Kyrie a big slap on the back.
Oh, God.
What do you need to know? Anything? Hello?
Good morning.
Yes,
Just panic ensues.
the people from yesterday. They mean
Yes, the peacekeeper, right?
no. The other people at the river, the brook.
Ah, the bloody corpses.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ah, right. Okay.
What were they before the corpses?
I think they're better off as corpses now, but I'm not too sure. Maybe they were like bandits sent by. Do you have that napkin still?
Oh yes, I do have it, and I give the napkin to
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Yeah, maybe bandits sent by these people to, like, put our faces in dirt, but I put their faces in dirt. I'm just gonna smile very heavily to myself.
You say that with your face still in dirt from your last time.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like make sure if that makes sense to everyone. Like, does anyone need any more explanations on this, or I think that's it. We don't really know that much on them, other than the fact that they're scum and they deal with black market deals of human trafficking, which we need to stop. Maybe they're involved with the peacekeepers.
Well, they might also be involved with cult stuff.
Yeah. They did take us to a very scary place with scary magic force field doors, which I don't like.
So you have interacted with them before.
Yes.
Did you do anything to annoy them that might send people after you to be killed?
I personally don't think that I did anything wrong.
I mean, we exist, and they don't like that.
Well,
I think.
I was good friends with their leader.
I'm just gonna
me and her
slowly
got...
raise my hand and look ashamed.
Me and her just got on fine. I want to meet her again. I don't know if she likes me still. Maybe not. I'm just gonna look a bit sad.
That's a
Gooey's
bad
just
habit.
Gooey's gonna tilt their head and sort of see little bird the wing up. Bird, what did you do?
I'm just gonna pull out my notebook from my bag and start writing down everything I did to the bandit leader.
Oh, no.
Because no one has mentioned the bandit leader's name yet, I'm assuming the little bird's gonna write it down.
Probably.
It's Idrinden.
How do you spell that?
That is spelled. Give
Actually, I
me a
might
second.
already have it down.
Story session 1. IDRINDEN.
But we also know their last name, don't we?
Yeah. Aerobriniel. AERABRINIEL.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, these
One moment, just keep
merchants.
talking.
These merchants,
I-
they.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no problem. These merchants, they've done a lot of bad things, and they've caused a lot of trouble for the people at the Cripply village, and we don't like that.
Yeah. I don't know why it caused a lot of trouble for them. The Gripply seemed like nice people, other than the really weird kid. I don't know how they're doing right now, but it scares me just thinking about them. They wouldn't shut up. Anyways, I think it's our priority to put an end to their evil trades and evil doings, but we did promise the peacekeeper that we would find out what happened to their friend first, so I think that's our priority now. Probably they're both linked, knowing the bandits.
Well,
As you're talking, Nada comes out with all your plates of food and slaps some drinks down on the table as well. He goes, "Well, I'll just be behind the bar if you need anything. All right, good eating." Just
Thank you.
walks off.
Yes, to be honest, I'm not that big on fighting people, especially if it's not exactly our business. But this is a big problem. I can't really overlook this.
Gooey's just gonna kind of slap their hand on the food, and the hand just slowly expands a little bit to encompass the plate, and just starts dissolving the food bit by bit. Just looks to Avani. Where ring did you buy?
The ring. I bought it a few doors next to here, from a trinket shop. I can show it to you later if you want.
Gooey just nods rapidly.
It's the same place where a lot of scrolls are present that you can buy. Maybe you're interested in that kind of stuff.
Gooey just turns white, and then just... If there were a smile on an expressionless face, there probably would be one. And the eyes kind of go into... I don't know what the symbol would be, but... They go into an upwards pointing arrow, and just kind of does a little dance in his chair while he's just slowly consuming the food. Or dissolving it, really.
Does that include the what's it called? The plate?
No, they're keeping an eye on it this time. They're actually just making sure not to dissolve the plate.
Yeah, I start eating the food as well.
I mean, I would assume that us eating breakfast would go without saying.
Yeah. we all,
Let me
we all,
RP exactly how I'm going to eat this boiled mutton and whey cheese.
we all
40-20.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is it? How many stars do I give
It's-
this tavern?
roll insight.
It's about average, for what you would expect it like a little village's pub, so it's more something that people would eat like after a couple of drinks, so there's not a whole lot of flavour to it. It's not like Thrimmel's food, which was packed with flavour.
I'm probably gonna look at Captain and say, "Are you all right from yesterday? You looked pretty hurt."
Physically, I'm fine.
Mentally.
Emotionally scarred.
Asking question. I'm a bit shook. I've never been that close to death.
Kyrie the therapist.
Like,
Two
while I'm
therapists.
eating, I'm just gonna write in my notebook. Like, you get used to it and just show it.
I'm probably just gonna be like, for this party, it's not far from the norm. Just stay behind this shield and trust me, you'll be fine.
I'll try.
I'll just turn my head to Captain and just say, "You never died?"
Ooh.
Not that I know of.
Did you?
Have
Okay.
I?
Okay. And then Guru just goes back to eating.
You can't throw something like that on me.
What do about lizard men, Death?
Is it man?
Guru just kind of like, just sort of reaches, actually puts their hand inside the scroll and pulls out small little pieces of parchment that they've actually been writing on, and just sort of puts out, like, it is written in common, but the penmanship is a bit illegible, and he's just trying to think of a plan of like what to do. I learned a new thing, studied a lot in sleep. Have friend now to help. 2 friends. And then just sort of like looks at everyone and said, 7 friends to help.
Aww.
Where are these friends?
Oh!
One here. And he kind of just like puts his hand up to the belt on his hat. Basket, wake up. And the belt that was on his head just kind of like starts to slither down the hand and sort of wraps around their arm a little bit. And the belt that's been on their hat the whole time does appear to be a sort of teal snake that's just kind of now wrapped around their arm. He's kind of just like feeding them a little bit of the dissolving material and sort of petting their head with their finger.
I would like to pat the snake.
Kyrie would
Do we
probably
just-
be like sort of edging back in her chair a little bit and be like, that's not venomous, right?
Yes, and then just sort of just telepathically command basket to just like slither across the table.
Yeah, Kyrie back way off.
They are a sort of teal scaled snake with sort of slightly pinkish red eyes, and they're just kind of, I don't know, they're slightly glowing as well, giving off a small aura around them as it kind of just slithers above the table, and then kind of like slowly wraps themselves around the little bird's hand, claw, wing.
Ah, yes, have the snake go to the small bird.
Just gonna point to the snake and say in Gilip's voice, just, friend?
Guru just rapidly nods their head.
Just solemnly nodding. Just start petting the snake.
Kyrie would probably just be like, well, okay, that woke me up, and then just sit back in the chair. Everyone finished with their meals? I'm just gonna look around.
Guru would just kind of like slide their hand off and just, yes, delicious, and put their plate forward, which is also slightly wet.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
it's like someone sneezed on the plate.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna stack my plate on top.
As you finish stacking the plates and stuff, Nada comes back around and goes, hope it's okay. Picks up the plates and walks back into the back room. He seems quite timid.
Am I getting close to the time where Dooley's is open?
I'd say by the time it's taken you to eat, and given the fact everyone else woke up at about 9, yeah, but Dooley's would probably be just opened now.
I'm just gonna slowly slink off. Bring the snake with me.
Okay.
What's everyone else doing? Oh, sorry.
Guru's going to turn to everyone and say, Where's shop with ring?
Oh, just down the road. I can show you. Come on. And I lead the way.
Captain? Coming, are you?
Kyrie, do you want to go and see what we can find to do with this murder case? See if we can talk to any peacekeepers about that.
We can. I know of yesterday that the peacekeepers are very unresponsive when it comes to the public now. I'm not sure if the loss actually affected them that hard, but when was the person we meant to see in the going into the tavern or something like that?
He enters the tavern roundabout when it opens and leaves at about 9 p.m.
Okay, when does it open?
Yeah, it'd be open about now.
We could head to the tavern if you want, Captain, because there's someone we have to speak to regarding this.
Yeah? Unless you want to go with those guys.
They use magic and stuff, don't worry about it.
Oh,
So do you.
No, it's sword gang, and then we're just gonna
yeah.
Well, Magic Gang is the better gang. And I fist bumped V-Man.
Okay, Gui just kind of fist bumps back and the fist just kind of sinks into your hand again. And Gui kind of turns to the captain and say, "You go to tavern, take basket with you, and
No.
Basket.
and Gui will just sort of put their hand on Captain's shoulder and will use sort of somehow whistle without a mouth, and basket just appears back on Captain's shoulder.
The snake just disappears from my hands and be like, huh?
Yep.
Yep,
I've lost it. Oh god.
it just poof disappears.
You
If
can keep
in-
the snake. Just please, not close to me, please. Thank you.
That's fine, it's just a snake.
If in trouble, scratch bottom of snake neck. I will see through it. Okay?
Was that how that works?
Find familiar, you can spend an action to see through your familiar's eyes. You are deaf and blind while you are doing this.
Oh yeah, I know how that works, but can you feel what the snake feels?
No.
I mean, they have a telepathic link.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down in my notebook that Kyrie is super scared of snakes.
She won't bite, I think.
Ominous.
Let you know if she does. Get you updated.
You
on
go
that
to
front.
Captain, he's just laid on the floor, foaming at the mouth. Kyrie's freaking out.
I'm with our medic, it's fine.
Yeah, the medic who is also scared of snakes.
And I don't think can cure poison.
No.
It wouldn't be a lot, it'd be like 1d4.
No, well, they're poisonous as well.
Poison is just disadvantage on rolls.
It's normally
No.
D4 plus D6 poison or something.
Yeah, 1d4
poison,
plus
like-
2d4 poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
they're,
forgot
Not enough
they're,
to kill the Captain.
no, but
No, please.
they're a tame snake, it's fine.
So we'll start with the bigger group and then we'll go to Kyrie and Captain. So you're all outside dualies. You can see lights on the inside ting, being turned on. The door unlocks and a sign flips around that says open.
Just gonna, do a little happy jump and walk in.
Everyone else following?
Oh, assuming Little Bird's ahead of us by a bit.
I mean, it's like 4 doors down. Little Bird would probably... By the time you left the tavern, you would see Little Bird.
Oh, okay. Gu's just gonna approach Little Bird and make, "Hello."
Hello?
I'm just gonna look down at them and say, "Where's Snake?"
I'm just gonna just, like panic and look at my hands like,
Gu's just gonna turn pink a bit and just sort of like gently pat Bird on the shoulder. "It's fine. Snake with Captain now."
just lets out a big sigh, just like, ugh.
Magic snake.
Didn't think
Magic
so.
snake.
I like talking. As I turn to Ovani.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Just gonna
So-
skip into the store and pull out my notebook and start writing down.
As you swing open the door, you see Dooley again, the slender, quite pale lady with the tattoos across her right arm and going up her neck, the red hair that's now a bit like, rather than being like almost like ringlets, it's at the moment kind of poofy and a bit all over the place. Her bright green eyes are like kind of half open, and you can see her like sat on the desk rubbing sleep out of her eye. There's like a bowl of porridge next to her and a cup of coffee, and she's like, "Oh, what are you two doing here? Well, you three, sorry." Oh,
I show her my notebook, and it just says, "Talking ring, please."
oh, you want one of those? I think we sold the last one yesterday, but I can have one made up for you in the better part of a week. She picks up her coffee and just. I'd have to charge you for manufacturing costs as well. That'd be about 5 gold.
He's gonna nod.
I wasn't expecting anyone to come in to purchase anything this early in the morning. You want that order placing then, yeah?
I'm just gonna drop 5 gold on the counter.
It kind of takes her a moment to look down. She goes, "Right," pulls out a ledger and starts scratching a couple of things and then closes it. Then just pushes the fucking coins to the side. Carries on drinking a bit of her coffee and having some of her porridge. It looks like she's literally gotten out of bed, threw this together in whatever clothes she had, and just came downstairs. You can see how, like, every now and again, like, a stray piece of hair falls in front of her face, and rather than moving it, like, while she's eating, she just kind of... Is there anything else I can sort for you?
Beanman? Maybe you had something, Beanman?
I'm just gonna like motion to one of the other two.
Gooey's just sort of staring at them, completely pink, and saying, "Thank you. Talking, I can now. You're pretty."
Thank you, darling. She kind of looks up and like shakes her head a bit and rubs her eyes again and looks up. "Oh, you're a peculiar one, aren't you? You mage or magic caster of some kind."
I am Gooey.
I'm Dooley, darling. Nice to meet you. You're a mage. I'm guessing you're here in need of parchment or inks and such.
You sell?
We keep a pretty hefty stock in.
Sort of just looking in my coin pouch, mate. Turn a little bit grey and says, "Not money much. Get more later. Come back."
Okay, darling. Well, believe it or not, parchment and ink is one of the things we have plenty of, so I doubt we're gonna sell out. You just come back when you're well and ready.
I'm just gonna start looking around the place.
Yeah. You see a sword, like, hanging on a wall next to a wand. And on the left-hand side of the wall from where you would have walked in, there's like a wine rack that's just crammed with different scrolls. In the back of the shop you can see like a little tinkering table and stuff like that, a load of books, and sat on a pillow at the moment asleep is a little red fox.
Is the red fox like in an open part of the shop, or are they like
Yeah.
behind the counter?
She's behind the counter, but you know, you can still see it. The counter's literally just like an L-shaped desk that goes across.
Gooey's just gonna kind of waddle over and just sort of look at the fox. What their name?
That's Anzin. We've been together as long as I can remember. Anzin's the reason I opened the shop.
Does Gooey... Is there any unusual sort of... Best way to describe this?
Make a perception.
Yeah. 13.
Just looks like a normal red fox.
Just a fox.
Gooey's just gonna kind of tilt their head towards the shopkeeper and like, is this familiar?
No. Anson's just been with me as long as I can remember.
They're pretty.
Aye. Anson's a good fox. She kind of yawns again and goes back to her coffee. Adjusting like parts of her clothing as she does so, and occasionally like loosely brushing her hair. So is there anything else I can help you with?
Scrolls? How much? What you have?
We've got quite a few scrolls here. We have some arcane, quite a few divine, of different types.
Arcane?
We've got. She pulls out a ledger again, and starts flipping through it kind of haphazardly. We have a scroll of shatter, a scroll of silence in the arcane at the moment.
Is there anything new from last time that I was here?
It's been a day, dear. I get my stock up once every month,
Oh, okay.
apart from items that I myself make, like the ring you bought for your friend the other day.
Yes, it was quite helpful.
I'm glad.
Yes, by the way, what coffee is that? I'm curious.
Coffee. I don't tend to ask what kind. I just buy it at the local store.
Seems like a home brew to me.
You motherfucker.
The actor's out.
There it is. Titles.
Now, Beanman, your turn.
Shatter scroll. How much?
The shatter scroll, that would set you back. She's like squinting at the ledger. She's like 150 gold.
Okay. At this point, Gooey's just gonna kind of waddle over to Avani and say, "Can I borrow your shoulder?"
My shoulder. Sure.
Just nod rapidly. Okay. Gooey's just gonna stick their hand on Avani's shoulder and just kind of melt a little bit onto the side of their body, not dissolving you or anything. And the eyes are just going to go completely... They're actually just going to completely disappear. And then I'm going to, once we eventually move over to the other group, use the Find Familiar Aspect spell and see through Basket's eyes.
Okay, so while those guys are doing that, I need Kyrie and Captain. You can either both make investigation rolls, or one of you can make it with advantage because the other one's helping. Who's got the best eyes?
Yeah. You reckon you've got a keen eye, Captain?
Wave my hand. Depends.
I mean, investigation is more just finding out things. It's not looking. That's perception.
I've got a 0 on in investigation. That's what...
Completely metagaming, but I have the same, so it doesn't really matter.
The best people to find things.
We'll do an advantage, I guess. I'll roll. Just D20?
Yeah, just a d20 plus your investigation mod, which is 0.
14.
Okay, so it takes you about half an hour through asking people and stuff like that, but eventually you're led towards like the East District, through a couple of back alleys and stuff, but eventually you do find near the river there's a where is it? There's like kind of half wood that's like a little bit not rotted, but it's got moss and stuff growing off it and cobble. Building with a picture like hanging on the sign of like a crudely drawn king cuddling a cat.
Okay.
You have found the cat in the L Tavern that they were on about.
It's a painting.
No. It's like a sign that like hangs off the side, like a pub sign.
Oh, okay. So we've found the tavern. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Can we just head right in, or is like there a bouncer or something like that?
Yeah, there's a crown guard stationed outside. He kind of looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, all right." Kind of gestures for you to go in.
Just gonna walk in and look around, I suppose.
Yeah, as you walk in, it's weird. It's not the kind of layout you would expect for a tavern. Like, one of the area is like actual laid stone, and the other one looks like stones that have kind of been thrown on the floor and stomped into dirt. And there's still what looks to be like a makeshift blacksmith's table that's been fashioned into like a bar seating area. And the tavern still kind of smells of coal smoke, and it looks the same on the inside wall wise as it did on the outside. It's only one floor, but it's like it looks like half the tavern. You can only like really see half of it. It looks smaller on the inside than it did outside, so you can assume that like there's rooms in the back and stuff. And you see a rather thin, like sunken eyes, human male kind of leaning on the bar, and 4 other patrons within the tavern itself.
Oh, this place looks friendly.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you want to go up and ask, or should I?
Yeah, I'll go up and ask. That's fine.
Right then, what can I be doing for you?
Yeah, just... What am I asking?
I don't know, you came up to me.
Oh, I love the out of character into the character bits. You're asking for information which could possibly help us to do with the peacekeeper who was in this village's death.
Yeah, we're asking about the peacekeeper.
I heard the first time. Right. I take it, like the rest of the peacekeepers, you're here to talk to Ransand.
Oh, we ain't with the
Yes.
peacekeepers.
Yes.
Right. No ale then?
Ale to go.
Right, that'll be 3 copper pieces each.
I'll just slide over 6.
He like juggles a couple of, not juggles, but like rummages a couple of cups from underneath the thing. Kind of looks like they've already been sat there waiting to go, and slides them across to you. You've got 2 mugs of stout now. And he goes, Ranson's over there. Gestures to like the far left corner where you can see kind of wearing like dirty patchwork leathers and stuff, and male gnome, rough like kind of like salt and pepper graying hair, and like a big mustache that connects into mutton chops.
Oh. I'm just probably gonna take like a deep gulp of stout and then just walk along to the table.
What you want?
Can I like use persuasion to like make them calm down? Or like roll persuasion. If I'm saying like please don't use that term where he had to help you sort of thing.
Yeah?
Does a 15 do anything?
Yeah. He looks at you and goes, sorry, I must have had more ale than I thought I did. What can I do for you? Name's Rancent, and he puts out like this little muddied hand to
Just
like
gonna
shake yours.
Apprehensively put my hand into the grasp and just shake it and slowly like secretly wipe off my hand on something like the table or something like that. Like,
Big hands for a big lady.
yeah. I'm just gonna sit down and then usher Campton to come sit with me. And
I'll sit down.
just gonna take like a drink and basically just trying to be friendly. Say,
So, one of those is for me, right?
sure.
sure.
I'll just pass it over. I'll just
Takes
pass
a
it over.
big glug of it, slams it back down on the table. So, what can I do for you?
So, we've heard that this village has lost quite a great peacekeeper, and
Ugh. Peacekeepers, the bastards, the lot of them.
Agreed.
You agree with me?
Look at me. I'm a fucking criminal of the ocean.
That don't mean shit when you're on land, mister. Why do they always go Irish? That don't mean shit when you're on land.
anyways, I'm glad that we have something in common in hating the peacekeepers. But
As you say that, a couple of the other patrons kind of shift, and one of them gets up and just leaves.
a murder's a murder, and we need to bring whoever murdered them to justice, sort of thing. Do you have any leads on where they might be? I'm not asking you to help. I'm just asking you to pass any information.
So despite hating the peacekeepers, you're here doing the same work that those bastards do. Asking the same questions.
I can give you more stout.
Fortunately, when you get to my age, stout only does so much.
Is there anything
No.
else as bar sells what you would like?
No.
You know what you can do? I'm going to get up and I'm going to put my sword on the table and say, you tell us what we want to know or you don't leave here alive. And I want to use bad reputation.
Okay,
no matter-
what does that do again?
No matter where I go, people are afraid of you due to your reputation. When you're in a civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offenses.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's the feature of the pirate background.
Yeah.
Okay, second DM question. How far away is the Cat and the Earl from where we are right now? In feet.
You'll have also got to find it, so you're going to be about like 10 minutes
I mean,
behind.
I can
Oh,
travel
right.
twice as fast as it would normally take.
No, it's
Yeah.
more of like how far it is in feet, so I know how much I can do with my familiar.
A fair while.
Is it more than 100 feet?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, fair enough then.
If you look at the map of Castvault, y'all were all the way up at Windgate, like the middle of Windgate. And everyone else is, you see that bridge that crosses over the river at Eastgate?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
They're a fair while away.
Who's just seeing all this happen though? We can't do anything about it.
Looks at
Right.
you guys. You are just like those peacekeeper bastards, but fine. What do you want to know? Glugs another load of his stout.
Man's all yours, Kyrie.
Who? Where? How? Anything.
So, 2 nights ago, I was perusing The South District. I have a friend there. We have a couple of drinks on the night time. When he's got the coin, he pays for it. When I've got the coin, I pay for it. When neither of us have got the coin, we find a way. But, I was calling it a night. I hear this awful scream. Ah! I think, well, I'm gonna be honest, my first thought is, that could be some gold for tomorrow's drink. So I make my way over. And there, in the middle of the town square, it's one of those peacekeepers. One of the ones with the green sash. Laid face down, eating shit like he deserves. Hands missing, blood everywhere. And at the corner of my eye, going towards the cabbage crossing, figure, hood up, red hands, big tail flipping around in the wind. And I said, Peacekeeper's death ain't nothing on me. So I fuck off home.
I'm just gonna like get up and just leave the table, and just kind of.
He's gonna take Captain's drink, drink it,
Fine.
gesture to the barkeep for another one.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you for the booze. As you leave, the other three are outside, about to go into the door as you're leaving. And the peacekeeper looks at you and goes, no, not worth it. And walks away.
What?
Would I hear this?
No, he was giving you the... Because I don't have my webcam, he was looking at you in the sense of like, nah, it's not worth starting the trouble over, and just walking away.
Was this due to Captain, or was this due to me?
Probably due to Captain drawing a sword in the middle of a tavern.
I can get away with shit like this.
Right, I'd probably just walk out and look for the rest of the gang.
I mean, they're literally about to open the door as you open the door.
I'd like to kick down the...
Go
No.
Kyrie, make an acrobatic saving... Ivani, make an acrobatic save.
I would like to open the door with my hand.
My god,
That's a
she's
first.
learning.
Oh,
She's becoming self-aware.
Sleight of hand check.
For
Make sure I
turning the
hit it.
doorknob.
Yeah, so I open the door and I'm guessing that they're going to be right behind it and just going to be like, oh, fancy meeting you here. About time you got here.
Oh,
Got any cool new magic gizmos or...
well, you should ask the other two. I didn't really get anything.
Gooey's gonna walk up to Captain.
your snake didn't buy it.
Okay.
Gooey is
Yes.
red and just walks up to him and just points a finger at him and says, bad.
Does
like a
anyone
spray
know what
bottle,
a pirate
Gooey's
is?
hand just...
I'm a criminal. What do you expect? This is my sort of place.
Wait, what happened?
Just
Maybe we
to
should
avoid-
discuss away from the tavern.
And just look at Ivani and just point at the Captain. Bad. Threaten, man.
I point at Captain and say bad. same as B-Man.
It's gotta be so demeaning.
Roll for charisma saving throw.
Take 2d12 psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like walk out onto like a part of the like street what's unpopulated, so we can like regroup and just talk about things.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty populated in the East District. It's where like a lot of the farmers and stuff, and like, you know, people that don't own stores live. But it's, you know, people don't tend to pay much mind to you. They're just trying to go about their day. But easily enough, you find like a little back alley where there's no one there.
I'm basically just gonna regurgitate what the person in the tavern told us about the figure, and basically like how the figure supposedly murdered the peacekeeper, but we wouldn't know. But it's probably obvious anyways, so I'm just gonna say that.
A hooded figure with its tail.
Gooey's just gonna put their hand on Captain's shoulder, and Basket's just gonna go back on top of the hat.
Would the familiar have heard
Yeah.
all of this?
Yeah, Goo was
Yeah.
looking through the eyes of the familiar as all
Yeah.
this went down.
Yeah, Gooey heard and saw everything.
Yeah, so Gooey would know. I would just get the napkin out of the hand and say, "Blood red hand." It was them.
The hand isn't red.
I don't know. Okay, the hand isn't red.
The hand's black with blue flames. You have a picture of it in community items.
You can't expect me. Okay, editor. So I look less stupid. Cut that out. Okay, the hand is black. You are right. It's not with red flames. It's with blue. Now you look
I
stupid.
said with blue flames.
Oh. Now I
You're
look double
adamant that
stupid.
something on it's red.
Okay, so they're red-handed, but that means nothing because they were caught red-handed. Dunce.
It's like-
All we know is that it's a figure with a hood up. Brilliant.
And a tail.
In a tail.
Tail important. What kind? Didn't
Big
hear
tail.
more.
Big tail flop around. All I know. They started walking towards Cabbage Crossing, I think I heard.
Yep.
Maybe we should inquire around there.
Good idea.
We inquire around there.
Yeah,
What?
go to the South District. And then are we going? So if I've got this right, sort of looking at the map, they went through the South District and went through the exit in that area, like out the main, past the walls. Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
This is a DM question.
I don't think our
Matey was in the South District when the murder happened, in that big
Yeah.
open square.
Yeah.
The person ran from the top of that square
Yeah.
towards the Cabbage Crossing.
Oh, okay.
But you can literally, because you're at the bridge at the East District, just go straight through the gates at the Cabbage Crossing.
Okay, I thought the Cabbage Crossing was like an actual. Okay, never mind. Did not realize it was a part of the map.
Yeah, it says Cabbage Crossing.
Ovani points towards the map. Look, it's right here.
Just turns a little bit pink and is just like, there we go. Ask about tail.
Yes. Anyone want to do anything else before we go? I can't imagine we have anything else to do.
At this point, it's about midday. Most places are open. You can see a fair few people kind of walking around and going about their business and stuff. So it would be easy enough to stop and ask someone if they knew about it.
I mean, a hooded figure with a tail is not much to go on about.
I'd imagine that there would be like a guard or a watchman at the Cabbage Crossing gate.
Yeah, there's
Possibly.
quite a few.
Yeah, so I'd imagine that asking them is probably better than asking the townsfolk, considering the person in the tavern didn't have it. The best ideals around peacekeepers in general, maybe they're not liked around here. I don't know, but I'm just gonna probably like start heading towards the gate. Just see basically who is there, who I can talk to.
Okay, as you get towards like the gate on the Cabbage Crossing, it doesn't take you that long at all. You're literally walking like 4 doors away, 5 doors away. You can see 2 Crowns Guard. One looks to be of elven complexion. 3 red lines across the chest, but this time with a circle in the background, and one of them like leaning on a short bow. 3 red lines with a diamond in the background. They both seem to be elven, both female.
Does
We ask
anyone-
them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to ask them, or should I just go ahead?
Well, I mean, you know probably most about what we're looking for.
I'm just gonna
Also,
scratch the
out
back
of
of my
character,
head.
there's not really much I can do about talking.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scratch the back of my head and say my memory's not the best.
I'll go
I'll say
with.
that. Okay, I guess me and Guri will walk up to the 2 elven guards, and are they both elven?
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
elven.
Right, and just ask about. Was it the events what transpired? Well, it wasn't yesterday.
It would have been 2 days
before.
ago at this point.
Yeah, so just ask about the events what transpired 2 days ago.
By the way,
basically-
Sin, has it rained
Yep.
in 2 days or something?
No, not really.
So if there would be any like blood marks on the ground, they would still be there, right?
I think they would be cleaned up by now. I
yeah,
don't
they would probably be
Mhm.
cleaned up by now to avoid general like panic from the public.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I'd probably just walk up to the 2 elven guards and be like, "Hi,
Hello.
do you possibly have any information about the murder what happened 2 days ago? Where
How do you know about that?
we were talking to a fellow peacekeeper who mentioned the loss of life of their friend and fellow workmate, and we have decided to try and help and try to bring this person to justice, whoever his
That's private peacekeeper matter. I'm going to have to ask that you keep your nose out.
You both are very pretty. Please help.
Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, I'm afraid.
Uh,
One of them kind of brushes the blonde hair out of their eyes and blushes a little bit. The other one looks very stern.
Okay, so are you 2 peacekeepers?
Yes.
Are you actively looking in this case, or are you just standing here? Are you just?
We're doing what we've been positioned to do. There are peacekeepers looking into the event. Please, pry no further.
Husband or companion dead. Friend of yours sad. Why can't we help?
It's a classified matter, and we would rather it stay that way.
Sadness bad.
We agree. And that's why we, the peacekeepers, the ones that it is affecting, are working on resolving the situation. Now please, move along.
While they're having this conversation, could I sneak up behind them and start and try and pickpocket them?
Roll a stealth with disadvantage?
What do you mean disadvantage?
They're stood next to each other. One of them is talking to you, the other one is just looking around. You're attempting to break off from a group that they are looking at to sneak around
Hey,
behind
I
them.
never said I walked up with them.
Ah, true.
Yeah, it's just me and Kyrie at the moment.
Ashley trying to Skyrim pickpocket.
Look, I just want to see if they have anything on them that would be helpful to the case.
Yeah, make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh, fine. 22 and 8.
Okay, so you manage to sneak up behind them without them noticing while one of them is blushing at Gooey's comment and the other one is looking at the rest of the party. Now make a sleight of hand. What are you looking for in particular?
13?
What are you looking for?
Any kind of like memo they might have had about the murder or any information they might have been given by their superiors.
Okay, give me a second to roll. Oh boy. Roll. As you go to reach out towards one of their pockets, they both stop mid-conversation, turn to you and draw their swords and go, "Halt! What do you think you're doing?"
I'm just gonna
They rolled an 18.
Oh. Just gonna shrug.
My butt in.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is my kid. Sorry, they're a little bit of a handful. Just try and take them and quickly move them away. Sorry,
After
little
the
one
events
gets
that have just
everywhere.
transpired, I highly advise you move on before we inform our superiors about
So
this.
sorry, miss.
We will look past this just this time. The other one looks at Gooey and goes, "Hi."
Hello.
She said bye.
I know she did.
Can I just ignore that they said goodbye and say, if I wanted to talk to your superiors about you possibly receiving a commendation for your work, where would I go about finding them?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, yes. 21. Crit.
The one that's blushing looks at you. The other one goes to say, I'm sorry, but... And the one that's blushing goes, you can find them in Orient in the capital.
Alright. I'm just gonna...
The other one looks at the shy-looking one. Why would you tell them that? I'm sorry, I just need the promotion. I know we need the promotion, but...
I'm just gonna go, okay, bye, and then just walk away and point over Vonnie and say, note that down.
Note it down.
write that shit, write that shit!
walk out the way of the two and say, those idiots fell for it. I can't believe it.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, I said I walked away before I said
Oh,
that.
right, okay. So y'all are in the cabbage crossing as you say this.
Yes.
Gooey's just gonna
Okay.
turn to him like, what we do?
We now know where their superiors are, so we can ask them. And
The superiors are
Oh.
in the main capital of the Marquis of Beast.
Long
this doesn't
way
mean
away.
anything to me. Okay.
I know where we go. I'm just gonna find like somebody who is dressed not in like peasantry clothes, someone who's sort of like fairly a commoner essentially.
Yeah, all the people within the wall of Casvault tend to be dressed relatively nice. They all seem to have some sort of income besides like farm work and stuff.
I'm just gonna waddle over to one of them and say, where's your favorite eating place?
A rather portly fellow turns around, pale skin, kind of pocked a little bit. This black hair that's been swept over to one side to kind of cover up a bald spot, which isn't as bad as he thinks it is. He's just doing it because he's a bit conscious about it. And he goes, "Oh, eating? Well, if that's the kind of thing you're in for, I'd suggest the Hobgoblin Saloon."
Who is your favorite person there?
I don't really talk to many people. That me and my friend Greg go there occasionally to eat, but other than that, I don't really talk to anyone there. The bartender seems nice, though.
You're just gonna turn and just turn around and kind of just turn a little bit red and waddle over back to the group, just bubbling and making popping noises, eyes squinting angrily.
Gooey, what's wrong?
Useless, man.
Hey, I resent that. Just kind of trots off, going about his day, a little dissatisfied now. Little bird, can you make a perception check?
Sure. 17.
Out the corner of your eye, you see the tip of like an arrow-pointed tail kind of into an alleyway that goes towards like the top part of the cabbage crossing.
I would like to sprint at it.
Are you going to inform the rest of the party or just start off on your own?
Telepathically, I'm going to tell Kyrie and Ovani probably.
So I want you to imagine, like, do you know the Scooby-Doo little cartoons where it's like Scooby absolutely sprinting and then the rest of the gang just scrambling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that, probably.
I mean, I'm like trying to do it stealthily.
Okay, make a stealth check then.
Like pull up my scarf over my bottom half of my face and try and blend in with the crowd a little bit. Another 13. 3 in a row.
Because the person that you're watching seems to be heading in that direction and not wanting to check behind them, you seem to go fairly unnoticed. As you're chasing them, you can see a brown shawl that kind of cuts off around where the ribcage stops. Kind of like baggy linen trousers, strangely heavy looking boots, like dark boots that have got a bit of like they reflect slightly on the sun at the front, so you can imagine there's a bit of metal placed there, and a rather weird twisted wooden looking like hilt for not a hilt, a scabbard for a sword.
I would like to use Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
For 1 hour, I can tell where it is. Sorry, I have advantage on any perception or survival check I make to find my quarry. Where is it? Yeah, basically that, and then until we get into combat, nothing else in the spell really matters, but I have advantage to find it for the next hour.
Yep. I mean, as you're following, and I'm assuming the rest of the group is kind of a little bit behind you, the hooded person crosses over the bridge in the cabbage crossing, leaps a little fence, and darts into one of the houses there, one of the smaller houses.
Is it like a one-story thing?
It is 2 stories.
Is there a way? Does it look like anyone lives there?
Yeah.
Is there a way for me to like climb up to the fucking second-story windows?
There's like a window ledge there, but there's no windows on the bottom floor facing that direction. So it's like probably like an 8-9 foot like straight cobble wall. So you could probably get some kind of leverage in it.
I would like to try.
Okay, make a athletics or acrobatics. Athletics.
Well, that's not great. You know what? Actually, I'm going to telepathically talk to Kyrie, and I'm going to ask her to come over to where I am.
Okay, I'll head right over.
And as soon as I see Kyrie get close, I'm going to point up to the window and just be like, "You ready?"
Are we doing the routine, or do you want me to just stump over?
No. We're doing the routine,
Oh,
obviously.
Okay, we're doing the routine.
And then I'm gonna try backflip off Kyrie or jump off Kyrie's shield and bounce myself up there.
Okay, Kyrie, make a strength check. Little bird, make an acrobatics check.
Question: if I'm looking at the window on the first floor, can I see anything inside?
There isn't a window on the first floor.
Oh, there isn't. Oh, okay.
No. Not that you can see at the front.
Okay.
I'm rolling extremely well today. 17 plus 2, 19.
I got 21.
Oh!
Oh my god. So, Little Bird looks at Kyrie. They kind of give each other the look. Little Bird looks very excited, and then you hear jumps up, wings kind of flapping a little bit, bounces onto the shield, and as the weight comes down, Kyrie flings their arm like wide, launching Little Bird, and you hear Little Bird just been thrown in through this this single pane glass window. As you do so, bursting out the front door, hood down now, you see this red-skinned tiefling with these kind of yellow-tinted horns that curl around and come up just underneath the cheekbones. They have like a bob in the back with two long strands of hair that come down like either side of their eye on the outside and come down to about where their collarbones would be. And the shawl that they were wearing opens up in the chest area, and you can see kind of like mishmashed, like kind of plate mail, like they were trying to imitate the armor of the peacekeepers. And they look at you and they go, "What are you doing? Why are you breaking my house?"
We didn't break your house. It's wonderful weather we're having today.
She looks up at her window as a series of black feathers fall down from it, and a couple of bits of glass just on the floor.
I'm going to telepathically tell Kyrie to try and stall for me, and I'm going to try and search the house.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would basically be like, okay, I'd try to take them inside and sit them down and calm them down if that's possible.
What, one little bird's casing the house? You're like, let's go into the house.
Trust me. Be like, oh, you must be having a horrible day today. Like,
it's worse now.
Do you have many visitors?
No.
Well, that's okay. I can come and talk to you for a little while if you want that.
Who are you people?
I'm a very nice person. Don't you worry.
You've just broke my window.
I didn't break your window. I don't know about that.
She looks at you with the bird scratch marks in your shield. What
Listen,
do you want?
Your window is as damaged as my shield, my precious shield. I just, I might
You
just
don't
want
live in your shield, do you?
Yeah, but I might have just wanted a friendly talk. I'm very lonely.
Why? You've got 3 other people next to you. What do you mean?
I don't know those people. I don't know those people, okay?
Why are strangers following you?
I don't know. Can you just let me inside? I'm scared. I'm scared.
We're criminals! Ah!
Do I get the sense that she...
As you say that, Captain, they draw the sword still in the sheath and point it at you shakily like, "What do you mean you're criminals? How did you get in Castle?"
Okay. Can you just let me inside, please? Like, they're behind us right now.
Can I tell that this is an act?
What do you mean that it's an act?
Like they're purposely acting afraid to try and make us seem like the bad guys.
Make a insight check.
Would I need a performance check?
No.
Okay.
Your acting is terrible. No.
18?
She seems to be genuinely scared and confused. And at the mention of criminals is actually actively going to try and defend Kyrie from you and Captain.
I'm just going to sort of waddle up to Kyrie and just be like, She's scared.
Please stay
Okay.
away from me. Please stay away from me. Can I come in, please? Help
She
me.
pushes Kyrie behind her and points the sword at you, Gooey. What do you want? Why are you
Just-
in Casval?
Just to talk.
So, you're not criminals? He definitely looks like a criminal and points towards Captain.
Definitely
That's
a criminal.
true.
Definitely a criminal.
What do you want?
Questions. Many. Can I speak to you?
You promise you're not going to attack?
I am Gooey.
She slowly, stops shaking a little bit, reclips the hilted, the sword still in its sheath onto her belt, and reaches out a hand, and you can see, pointed black fingernails, and she, grabs your hand. I'm Zetish.
How do you spell that?
Zetish.
Okay. So take a hand, and the hand will actually remain solid this time.
Okay.
And just sort of shake them. Sorry, window broken.
You see Little Bird's head pop out. Just
No, I'm being sneaky.
yeah, I know. We'll get to you in a second. Don't worry.
Lizard man. Questions.
You have questions about Gillip?
Just turn to the rest of the group.
Are you with the Peacekeepers? I wanted to come forward about what I saw, but I was too scared. What if they thought it was me? You can see her start shaking again now.
Are her hands visible right now?
Yeah,
What color are they?
red. She's red. She's a red-skinned tiefling.
Right. Okay.
You can see she's got an arrow-pointed thin tail that kind of comes out and hangs down, kind of blows gently in the wind every now and again.
Okay, so I'm just gonna notice that and be like, no, not the one.
I wanted to talk to the Peacekeepers about what I saw with Gillip, but I was scared.
Well, we're not exactly with the peacekeepers, but we're trying to figure out exactly what's happening. So maybe you could tell us something.
If you'll put a good word in with the Peacekeepers, I'll tell you what I know.
Well, that sort of depends on what exactly your role in all of this is. But if you're innocent, then you will certainly put a good word.
Yes,
good word in.
yes, I'm innocent. I promise, I swear on my father's life, I'm innocent.
Well, then you can trust us, and I hope we can trust you as well.
Of course.
Can
your
we
name
come
is-
inside?
What's the name of all of you people?
Well, my name is Ovani. This here is Wait. Does Ovani know B-Man's actual name?
Beanman has introduced themselves to 3 different people at this point in front of you all.
Okay, good.
Gooey's just gonna kind of take their hands and sort of squash them together and use prestidigitation. In little sparkly lights, the word Beam Brigade appears above their head.
Oh, God. Written in mung beans.
Yep.
Finally.
Oh, are you a sort of adventuring group?
Sure.
Just kind of shrug and look to Kyrie.
I'm not answering and I'm looking away because I need to keep this lie. I need to keep this lie.
I can keep the light going.
Yes, yes we are. I'm Ovani, the leader of the Bean Brigade.
Okay, then I'd stop and be like, okay, okay.
As you shout, she goes for her sword again and then takes her hand away and looks at you. She seems to be rather skittish.
Okay, now that we know, well, now that I know that you're not gonna slice my head off, and you're not gonna try to, because we're gonna help you, I am with them, and Captain is
Figured
not
as much.
bad, okay? So,
He looks like a villain though.
my name's Kyrie. I can assure you, Captain isn't bad. It's okay.
Okay. I'll trust you for now. If you say you're here helping the peacekeepers, then I'll trust you. Come inside. Come inside. We'll talk. So while that's going on, little bird roll a stealth, and then a perception.
Okay.
Just walk inside, and little bird's just making a sandwich out of the stuff at the cupboard.
Took you long enough, you fuckers.
19
Yeah.
and 14.
Okay. So yeah, you go unnoticed in all of this. When you enter the window you entered in, you actually entered into a rather dusty-looking room. There's a hay bed in there. There's a picture frame with what looks like someone's drawing of a younger red-skinned tiefling with the horns that don't quite come around to the cheekbones. Shorter, like 2 trails at the front. It's a young Zetish, and a like tall, carrying a sword and shield, in peacekeeper armor, like kind of purplish tiefling with horns that come down underneath the cheekbones, and then another set splits off and comes up around the back of the head, and he's got his hair kind of tied into a top knot, and he looks really happy wearing this peacekeeper armor with his the young Zetish looking very happy and smiling. You can see some bookshelves and stuff. The peacekeeper armor is hung up and very dusty. You see the mark on it is a square with 3 green lines through it. And as you leave the door, the rest of the house looks a lot more well kept. It looks like Zetish doesn't really go into this room a lot anymore. You can see like some potted plants and stuff like that. A couple more pictures of this older tiefling, like on the walls. The sun's kind of beaming in through one of the windows at the back. There's another room, but it's just a general well-kept hallway.
Would Little Bird be like telepathically saying everything?
That's up to Little Bird.
Probably not. I'd probably relay if I found something, but for now I think I'd just search all the top rooms.
Okay, so the other room has a similar cotton bed. It's got what looks like an armor stand, which doesn't have armor on it, and a stack of paperwork on one of the desks with an ink and quill next to it, like a rough wooden chair kind of there. There's a drawer just filled with general like clothing.
Nothing incriminating.
And the last room on the top floor appears to be just lots of like paperwork stuff and books about sword fighting and stuff like that. It looks like it's a little reading nook.
I'm going to telepathically tell, I guess, Kyrie and everyone else. I don't think this is the killer. And I'm gonna try and sneakily go back out the window.
Make another stealth check with disadvantage because you're having to walk over broken glass.
21
Okay, yeah.
and 7.
With disadvantage, you go for the lower number, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
You accidentally make a sandwich.
We're just sort of walking inside and you just hear splats outside.
Yeah. As y'all are about to walk inside, a little bird peeks their head out and jumps over the broken window and lands in the middle of you all. Zetish turns around. What were you doing in that room? So you must be a villain, and draws the blade again and points it at you.
I'm gonna draw like a passion pointing at her and just give her like a look, like, really?
Make an intimidation.
Oh, that's a big fat 0 to intimidation. 15?
Yeah. She looks at you and starts shaking. She's like, "So you are a villain?"
No, this one's with us as well. He's just a bit
They
unpredictable.
broke into my home.
That's their fault, not mine. That's
I
on
hope
them.
you've got the
I'm
gold
sorry.
to fix the window.
Look at little birds. Do you?
Shake my head like, fuck no.
I'm sure we have some sort of compensation for you. Sorry about that.
You didn't. Never mind. Come inside. She walks you through, the front door. To the right of you is like a wooden stairway that leads upwards and curves back round. There's like a room to the left, which has got like a training dummy in the center of it and stuff, and the floor's got like loose hay kind of thrown all over it. She leads you into the back where you can see like a cast iron stove and stuff like that, and there's a table there with one seat. She kind of sits down and puts her sword on the table and she goes, "So, what information do you need to know?"
Well, anything really about what you saw the other day. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
So I'll start with Gillip. Peacekeepers are good people. They protect this land. They keep us all safe. And I appreciate that. Pardon?
Bootlicker.
But Gillip was different. Gillip seemed to be out to make as much money as possible. He was taking bribes from some of the less than savory people in the town. My father went to stop him years ago. Never returned. Peacekeepers did their best to look into it, but because it was a peacekeeper and a peacekeeper, nothing really came of it. So I've been training to become a peacekeeper myself. And I wanted to take out Gillip. Because if not for him, my father would still be here. I miss him dearly, but I knew that if I did something like that, then I'd be just as bad as him. So rather than trying to get vengeance on him that way, I was trying to gather information to bring to the peacekeepers to prove of his wrongdoings. He was meeting with some people that I'd never seen before. I've seen them on occasion meeting with Gillip, but nobody that I've seen around the town. On the night of Gillip's death, I was keeping an eye on him. There was reports of him harassing some people for coin. So I wanted to follow and take note. But it was strange. Gillip just seemed to be doing his nightly duties, keeping the docks safe. When three people came out and started talking to him, and I heard an awful noise. I think it was Gillip's last breath. He collapsed on the floor. One of the three pulled out a knife of some kind and began hitting him while he was down. I couldn't stand to see the sight of it, so I just ran.
Where on docks can you take us?
I can take you to where he was talking to them, yeah. I've heard the peacekeeper say that he didn't have hands. Is that the kind of things villains do? Take people's hands?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
What are you
I
saying?
was expecting you to go with that.
People do bad things.
I'll take you to the docks. After about maybe 10 minutes of walking, she leads you to a little back alley, and she's like, this is where he was conversing with them. After the initial, I guess, attack, he ran towards the southern district to try and get more guards, but they got to him beforehand. And she leads you about another 10 minutes away and points at the ground, and you can see, although it's been like scuffed with dirt and stuff like that, there are some like red speckles on the concrete. On the cobble.
Can Gooey do something weird?
Sure.
Because usually when somebody checks for, like, I don't know, tries to look around for anything in particular, Gooey's just going to almost completely melt into a puddle and just spread out over the whole area, using blind sight as well to try to see if there's anything that's been left behind by these people.
As you do this, a couple of people kind of and just kind of step around you that are just trying to walk around the southern district. Zetish also looks a bit all you really feel is, or all you can really sense is the blood stains that have mostly been washed up and mixed with dirt, and some like knife marks in the stones themselves.
Okay. Just gonna reform myself slowly, and then realize there's a piece of me that's on the bottom of someone's shoe.
Oh, not again.
And just
Someone
kind of
Like they've stepped in dog shit, they're like trying to wipe it on grass.
yeah. Gooey's just gonna gently run away and just try and catch up with them.
Have you seen that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob has plankton on the bottom of his shoe?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna, I guess, telepathically ask Kyrie or Ovani. Ovani, I think, to ask what the people looked like.
It's me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Asking you to ask.
Oh, okay. Okay, I turn to Zetish, was it? Zetish?
yeah, Zetish.
Zetish. And I ask, Zetish, can you give us a description maybe of how the people looked like, if you can remember?
I didn't really see much other than the cloaks. I think one of them was human. The other two, maybe half-orc. They seem to be wearing long cloaks. I only got a quick glance before I ran.
Okay.
Just to clarify, there was 2 half-orc and one was the other one?
It looked to be human. She didn't give you like a definite they were human and half-orc. It just, they kind of looked human and half-orc. They were all wearing brown cloaks, obscured most of their body. If you want, tomorrow I can take you up to where I last saw them.
Gooey's just going to nod his head rapidly.
I haven't gone too close to where they are, but I've seen them go into the building. If you want, I can take you to where they are round about midday tomorrow.
I'm going to pull out my notebook and write down and ask if she can show us today.
With those kind of people around, I kind of want to get my house not able to be easily broken into. There's some precious keepsakes in there.
I want to find tonight.
I can. I'm not sure what these people are gonna be like. It might be worth getting some things for healing, or readying yourself.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow and just point to my weapons.
If they killed a peacekeeper, it's still better to be safe than sorry.
Where we find those things?
If you're looking for health potions and that kind of thing, you could try the Blue Rug General, or if you want your armor or anything touched up, you could check out Gorman and Beale's.
I've got 1 gold.
She looks at you, rummaging through, and pulls out a single gold. And she goes, "Oh, if you're going to be helping and you put in a good word with the peacekeepers, I'll part with a little cash."
Just gonna shake my head.
She hands a little bird 10 gold.
Oh, okay. That's more than I had when we started.
I still have money from when my father worked, and he owns this house, so I don't really need to spend much.
Gooey's just going to kind of wander up to them and just sort of putting one hand on the side of their head, kind of tilt looking towards the station. Where is Mother?
My mother died when I was very young. My father raised me for the most part. He passed away 2 years ago.
Gooey sort of looks at the ground for a second and then just kind of turns a little bit white and looks to everybody else. Do I have parents?
That's a loaded question.
Gooey's just having an existential crisis right now. Just kind of starts shrinking into a puddle, hands against the side of their head.
We should have some sort of container to carry you when this happens.
Zetish puts her hand on your shoulder and goes, "Everyone's got parents, whether they're with us or not. They're always there watching over us. I'm sure you've got parents too."
How to make bean man.
that's a question for later. We'll answer that later. That's fine. Let's
the
keep going.
birds and the beans.
That was fucking god deal. Thank you, Ashley.
Oh god.
We got 2 birds right here.
Oh god.
None of
I'll
that.
make a bean, man.
Just 'cause it's so... To a little bit green, shake my head at this all, reform myself. We need money. Where we get work?
If you're looking for just a quick day's work, you could always try at the docks.
He's just gonna shiver a bit. Don't like water.
It's always worth checking the quest board in the center of town.
I
That's
think we have time
quests
for
that
that.
have been issued by the Imperial Guard to help better the area and stuff, but you have to have an Imperial Guard go with you.
We're on a bit of a tight schedule. I don't think doing a quest right now would be the most effective form of cash or getting a job. We need to find this killer soon because of, what was it? They might get hands, not to scare you or anything. Like I
I
haven't
might
done
want
that
to throw
already.
hands in a
They-
literal sense.
I might get root of, you know, how guards rotate their schedules, and if we don't act fast, more peacekeepers could be killed. And personally, that doesn't affect me much, but I know other people, and especially you, care about their safety.
I understand. I'll tell you what, I'll give you another 10 gold if you can wait until tomorrow so that I can make sure my home is not going to be broken into. We'll meet at the crack of dawn tomorrow and we'll make our way there.
Stay with you. We have experience fighting. If you're worried about people coming after you because you were there at the scene, we can stay here and protect you overnight, considering, you know, the broken window.
I intend to fix the window today. I'm asking if you can wait for me to fix my window so that people don't break into my home while I'm away.
Yeah, we can do that.
What was the... Just because I've got it down here, but I don't know if this is how you pronounce it properly. Is it Kalia? Or Kalia?
Kalia,
Kalia, yeah. Okay.
the harpy lady.
Yeah. It was just kind of... Where a harpy peacekeeper be? Ask more questions.
I don't know what the peacekeeper schedule is. It might be worth asking a peacekeeper themselves.
He just sort of like sticks his finger up, use prestidigitation to make a small light bulb, and then goes and tries to find the peacekeeper he was talking to earlier.
She slides another 10 gold, this time to Captain, as like a thank you for waiting. Use this to get you by until then. Now don't spend it all at once!
Watch me.
Goes to the tavern, however much 10 gold's worth of booze I can get.
Why do you think he hasn't got any in the first place?
He spent it all buying dinghies.
It's an investment.
You should invest in hinges in this hinged-based economy.
Fuck's sake. So, yeah, she mentioned the Smithy, Gorman and Beals, and the Blue Rug General.
I'm gonna go to the general.
Yeah, same. The blue worked general.
Blue Rug General.
Ah, okay.
She says that it's in the South District, and Gorman and Beals can be found in the Pavelmire. So they're pretty close to each other, apart from one's in the city and the other's out the city. Well, within the city walls, you know what I mean.
Gooey's gonna run off and try and find that elven person again.
Okay. So that's you on your own. What's everyone else doing? So Nyax and Ashley are going to the Blue Rug. Captain Ivani, what are you two doing?
Wait,
Captain Ovani.
What?
Captain Ovani.
Oh. Oh no, is that what I said?
aye, matey.
Too much power. Too much power.
Multi-class time.
Oh god! Why be one PC when you can be two? Yeah, what are you two doing?
Well, I'm going to the Blue Rugs General. I don't know what Captain is doing.
I'll follow.
Okay, so everyone apart from Gooey's going to the Blue Rug.
Oh, Breeze.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, Bruce,
you
what
didn't
you
mention
doing?
me at all, but I'm gonna follow.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going with Ashley already. Okay, so we'll go to the Blue Rug and then we'll cut to Gooey. Got ya. Right. It takes you a little bit to find the Blue Rug, but upon doing so, like, the exterior of the shop seems very ornate and well kept. Like the wood seems to have like painted gold, like spirals and stuff along it. There is like a beam that goes across the front where the Blue Rug General is like carved into it now. Weirdly scratchy writing in comparison to how nice and well kept the rest of the exterior of the shop is. Are you just going in?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay. As you go in, it's a split contrast. The inside is like ramshackle bits all along the walls on just wooden shelves and like a stone interior. It does have a blue rug on the floor. Quite a nice but well like trodden and well used blue rug. You see like a little desk in the back with quite a burly, probably about the same height as Ivani orc lady, leaning on there, just flipping through like a ledger of her wares and then marking some things down or crossing them off every now and again. As you walk in, she goes, "Oh, right then, what can I help you with? Welcome to the Blue Rug."
Welcome. We would like to look at your wares and maybe purchase something.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
What store's for, yeah?
What do you have in stock?
Well, she kind of gestures to the rest of the shop. If it's here, you can buy it.
So could you tell us what's here?
Yeah.
Oh, right. There's an assortment of things. There's like things of like quivers of arrows kind of laid along the wall. They don't look to have been like made to be sold. They look like they've been gathered and then are being sold on. There's like some general like farmers tools and stuff like that. There's like little boxes of little clay vials with cork tops. You can see like a couple of trinkets. It looks like a pawn shop in a like rundown village where it's mostly farmers. It's mostly like tools and like hunting stuff and stuff like that. See anything you like?
What kind of healing things do they have?
We've got some healing root in stock, if that's your kind of thing.
How much are they?
The healing roots, one healing root will probably set you back about If you want me to turn it into healing salve, probably gold apiece.
Just gonna hold up my hand with my. Just ask for 5 of them.
Easily enough done. She stands up off the chair, now taller than Ivani,
Ugh, that's
and
tall.
kind of walks into the back and comes out. Her hands have got these 5 small clay vials in. She takes the 5 gold off you. Her hands like going from like the tips of your fingers almost halfway up your forearm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm small.
Yeah, grabs the coin off you and slaps these 5 things into your hand with a little bit of force, so your arm kind of bends down as you do. She sits back in the chair and goes, "Anything else?"
I mean, that's pretty much all I need.
Well, do you have anything else that can heal someone besides these salves?
We've got a couple of healing potions in the back.
Ooh, yeah, I would like those maybe.
Okay, they're 50 gold a pop.
I think I'll pass.
Too rich for your blood.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Alright. Feel free to peruse the wares if there's anything you want. Just let me know. She goes back to scrolling through the ledger.
Anybody else want something?
Is there any better one-handed swords than what I currently have?
There's some like worn short swords and stuff like that, but this doesn't seem like the kind of place that you'd really get decent weaponry.
So, no, not really.
She notices you looking in the barrel. She goes, "Wouldn't usually let you know about competitors and stuff, but if you're looking for blades and that kind of thing, we don't really do the best. We do, you know, it'll see you in a pinch, but you're probably best off going to Gorman and Beals for that."
I can see you're a great salesperson, and then I'll just back off.
Don't have to buy my fucking wares. She stands up, towering above you, probably twice your width. Don't like what you see, you can get the fuck out my shop.
Obliged, and I'll just walk out.
She sits back down as you're leaving. As this is going on, Guri, you encountered the two elven people again. Okay.
Before I do that, I want to find a bakery.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll an investigation.
19.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah, so it doesn't take you fairly long to find it. But after a little bit, you find the Pleasant Pastry Bakery. It's a contrast to everything else. The outside is very well kept and mostly glass glass walls. Whereas everything else in this town is usually just smaller windows. And as you enter, there is the desks and all that seem a little bit smaller than you're used to. And behind the counter is a green-skinned, quite short, but like hair tied back messily, apron on, little goblin lady. She goes, "Hi, how can I help you?"
I'm just gonna run in and see what looks like it's fresh.
If you're looking for fresh, everything on the counter.
Anything sweet?
We've got a couple of sweet things. If you're looking for sweet, we've got cinnamon swirls and things like that.
I'll take 2.
Alright, that'll be 2 silver, thank you very much.
Just give her the 2 silver.
Thank you. Slides it behind the table.
Okay. I will take those and then sort of put them. Actually, do I have.
She gives them to you in a little bag.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a
that's
little
good.
paper bag.
Okay, I will do that. I'll just sort of do a little bow and then sort of throw up my hand and prestidigitation a small little firework. And then
Alright.
thank you, and then run up and then run back outside. And I want to try and find a
Strange
flower
chat.
stall.
A flower stall.
Yes.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
Oh, that's bad. 7.
Oh. Okay, so it takes you about an hour and a half to find a flower stall.
Oh, Lord.
But you do come across like a little stall, and behind it is a sap elf male. He's got kind of like tanned, goldeny bronze skin. His hair, rather than like just attaching to like the roots of the head, it's almost like roots of a tree that branch off from his forehead and everything else, and goes into like a long flowing thing like willow leaves, but all the leaves themselves are like orangey and brown and like autumn leaves colors. And he has like quite dark eyes, and he looks at you and he's like, welcome. How may I be of service?
1 white flower, please.
Of course. Single copper, please.
I will give him that. Or them.
Takes the copper and hands you a single white lily.
Perfect. Okay. I will now go to the elven guards I met earlier.
Okay, now you've had me come up with 2 NPCs and 2 shots on the spot. Got you.
You're welcome.
D&D. They're both then. Oh, you're back.
Just sort of panting, like a little bit, just sort of put up one finger, just waiting until I catch my non-existent breath. Kalia, you know?
Yes, we're aware of Kalia.
Kalia, where is she today?
If you have specific business with her, you may find her in the Purple Mire today. She's manning the front gate of Castvault.
Okay. So, thank you.
Welcome.
You are appreciated. And I give each of them a cinnamon roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sort of go to the one that sort of like blushed earlier and just kind of put my hand up to the side of their ear and just sort of push the lily in.
Aw. She looks very flustered, goes very red and hides her face, and then peeks one of her blue eyes out, nods. Thank you.
Just sort of put both my feet together and stand in salute, and then just wipe my hand away and prestidigitation a couple of flowers that sort of scatter into the wind, and then think for a minute if I actually know where the purple buyer is.
The flowers scatter down, both of them just being like, okay. And then the flowers like hit the floor and you're still stood there like,
Where purple Mire Casbolt?
The Purple Mire is located on the entrance to the South District. It's where most of the common folk live. You can actually get there quite quickly from here if you just follow the wall.
Okay.
Follow the wall west from where we are now, and you should get there fairly quickly.
I
Thank
turn
you for the
around.
Sweet treat, friend.
No problem. I turn around and then realize there and then that I've just ran off on my own. I don't know where anyone is. I turn a little bit grey, and then I'm going to just slowly go back to the blue rug, or try to find it.
As you approach the blue rug, there's no one in there, and Vrutha's there again. And she's like, she kind of adjusts herself in her chair. Welcome to the blue rug. What can I get you?
I'm looking bird.
If you're looking for the fine folks who were in here before, they took off with some of my merchandise. I'm going to need recompensating for that. 5 silver, if you please.
Okay. And I throw 5 silver at her.
Thank you. I believe they went to the Purple Mire.
Kiri just turns grey and just slowly flops down onto the floor. And just slowly thinks, I'm an idiot. And then just wanders
Remember, if you
over.
touch it, you buy it.
Kiri just sort of slides slowly out the door and just closes it. And we'll try and find everybody else.
Okay, so everyone else, while Gooey's doing whatever the fuck that escapade was, y'all are at Gorman and Beale's smithy, which is located in the Purple Mire. There you can see a... Did I write down? No, I didn't. You can see a dwarven man sat on the outside hammering some pieces of metal, and there's like a an open doorway with no door in it, and you can hear like metal scraping on the inside.
I'm just gonna walk in and just have a little look around, see if they sell shields.
Well, how do you do, little one?
Just gonna wave at him.
He waves back, tool in hand. What in particular are you looking for?
Just gonna look like distressed. And be like, pull out my notebook and just write shield.
Aye, we do shields here.
Just gonna like put my hands like fairly close together and most of like a small one.
Like a buckler meant to fit someone of your size.
Just nod violently.
Halfling buckler. I'll see if I've got it. He stands up and walks over to like the inside of the house, and he goes, Gorman, have we got any halfling bucklers? And you hear a, no dear, I don't think we do. He walks out, he goes, we don't have halfling bucklers, but we've got, and he holds out, it's fairly big on your arm, it's a halfling like full shield. Like a disc one. And he goes, we've got this little beauty though, if that's your interest.
Can I like use it well?
Are you proficient in shields?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll let you use it well.
I mean, like, if it's just gonna like slow me down or fuck me up, then it's not worth it. But if it's something that I can use,
yeah, it's mostly like a tanned leather one, so it's not super heavy.
I'm gonna try it out a bit and then just like look at him like, how much?
That is... Gorman, how much is this again? Gorman goes, 15 gold, dear.
Just gonna look sad, like, oh, fucking hand the shield back.
Can I get the rest of you anything?
I'm gonna walk up and kind of just say, if I may lay my weapon down.
Yep.
I'll just put it on the counter, or I'll just be like, I'm looking for possibly an upgrade on this.
What do you have at the moment?
I have just a longsword.
Okay. He picks it up and like balances the weight of it and stuff, and he goes, it's quite a nice longsword actually. We probably don't have any better than this in stock at the moment. But I believe, and he's like stroking this like salt and pepper beard, and he's like, I believe, Gorman, didn't we send one of our fancy longswords over to Dooley's a couple of weeks ago? Yes, dear. The longsword of which she blessed. Aye, there's a nice longsword, probably a little bit better than this, over at Dooley Scriptorium. You may have heard of it.
No, I haven't. Would you mind telling us where that is? And I'll just hold out the map, I guess.
Aye, so where we are at the Purple Mire, if you follow it along to the west a bit, go through the South District, follow that path up, go into the Windgate, the first alleyway to the north, you'll see a tavern there. Past the tavern, about 4 doors down, Dooley Scriptorium's
It's
there.
literally
Right, thank you.
5 doors next to the
No
tavern,
problems.
Carrie.
Literally next to where we just slept. Where we
Yeah,
all
where
went
you
for
called us
door stuff
nerds
this
because we
morning.
went there.
Yeah, but like...
At this point, you see an elven man coming out, kind of wiping some grime and filings off his fingers. He comes out with this long sword, this short sword that's got all this beautiful gold embroidery, not embroidery, but embossing all the way along it that looks like almost like flowing wind, just following the main bit of the sword, comes out a little bit along the base and wraps around the hilt, and he sets it down in front of the dwarven man, kisses him on the forehead and goes, the piece is done. You should be around to pick it up in the next few days.
Is that to me?
No, that I said to the dwarven man.
Yeah, so... Okay, what's the dwarven man saying?
He just looks at Gorman for a moment, kind of starstruck. He's like, you never fail to amaze me, dear. And he picks up the sword and slides it into this fancy-looking hilt and sets it off behind him. Is there any other orders for today? No, dear, I don't think there are. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. Okay, dear, well, I'll see you inside in a little bit. They give each other a kiss and he heads inside.
I'm just a walking wallet currently.
I'm not gonna head straight to that place, what they've just said, because I obviously won't have enough gold for it. So...
I'll pay for
Yeah.
stuff. I have cash now.
Probably not enough.
Yeah, but like...
It's 250
I
gold.
mean, we do
Oh,
have
yeah,
we do
never
have
mind,
one way to
sorry.
make money. Hint,
Oh,
hint,
shut up.
Captain Amulet. Hint, hint.
If we can find another gullible person, but
You've already tried
Maybe
it
with someone who
Brew.
yeah.
doesn't specialize in magic.
Oh, okay.
We could try that that homeless person with that game.
You really
They
think
might-
he's gonna have enough gold?
No, they only had like 1 copper last time we went.
Oh, fair. I don't know how much gold that guy has. He could be rich.
I mean, Little Bird tried to give Gamble silver even though they only had copper.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea anyways, because if we keep doing it, we're probably gonna get outlawed.
Save it for the next town.
Yeah.
Or a passing merchant or something.
Or the bandits.
I don't think they're gonna want to converse.
They will converse with my blade.
Yeah. As you guys are walking back into town in the South District, you can see you meet Gooey on the way. Gooey's like just coming through the gates as you're about to go through them the other way, looking very sad and grey. And as you make your way up the South District in the centre of the town, you can see another Crown's Guard just hammering a piece of paper into the notice board.
What does it read?
It reads, wanted brave adventurers to take out a scourge that is poisoning our lands.
That's not us. I'll take it off and just be like, whoa, what a coincidence! And then look for
Rewards 150 gold. Must have an Imperial Guard to see that the deed is done.
Everything has to have complications, doesn't it?
The Crown's Guard, who has just finished hammering this in, watches you tear it off and goes, "Are you going to take the quest, or are you just doing this to piss me off?"
Both.
Fucking great. Well, the next Imperial Guard isn't due for a visit for at least another 3 days, so you're gonna have to wait till then. Although, if you want to register it, we can do it right now, and I'll send him to you. Where are you staying? Do you want to take the quest, yes or no?
It's your call, leader.
He takes the paper off you and starts hammering back in and goes, "Fucking time wasters."
I said
You were
yes!
quiet. You were
You
quiet
said
for us.
nothing.
I said
Yeah.
yes!
Yeah, you were quiet for everyone.
Oh,
You
damn,
tear
I
it off
said yes.
again.
Oh.
I tear it up again.
He goes, "Right, so you're taking on the fucking quest, whether you
Yes.
like it or not now." And he takes it off you, scribbles his name, takes out the hilt of his sword, and this wax that he's got in his pocket, puts the wax on the thing, presses the hilt of his sword, and as the hilt of his sword touches it, it melts and leaves a seal on the thing. And he goes, "What's the name of your group?"
The Bean Brigade.
Of course it is. Brigade. It's 5 silver to accept the quest.
What do you mean if 5 silver to accept the quest?
I just
We don't want fucking
hand
time
the gold.
wasters.
I just hand the gold. It's fine. We'll
He
do
takes
it.
the gold, passes you 5 silver back, folds up the letter, seals it. Right, where can I find you? When the Imperial Guard comes, he needs to know where we can find you.
Hobgoblin Saloon.
Right, wonderful. Scribbles Hobgoblin Saloon, tucks it under a bit of his armor. Right, when the Imperial Guard arrives, we'll send him on your way. Thank you on behalf of myself, the Crown, and all of the Crown's Guard for accepting this quest.
Yeah. Right, I'm just gonna...
He walks off, kind of like fucking, pulls out a pipe and starts puffing on it.
What now?
And that is where we're going to end this session. With Breeze being gone. Thank you to everyone who joined, both players and listeners. And we will catch you all next Monday. Goodbye.